Police in Nova Scotia are reminding residents to lock their doors after someone broke into the wrong home and cleaned it. Well, I want my home cleaned. Why don't so? We'll leave it unlocked, right? I love how like people in Canada just don't lock their doors. It's still happening. I remember watching the Michael Moore documentary where he went up there to show that Canadians don't lock their doors, and I thought that was outrageous and hilarious, and I couldn't believe it. But apparently it's true. So lock your doors up there, especially in Nova Scotia, where apparently there's serial break-in cleaners going on. Fantastic. Let's get to the bottom of some of these details. I'm sure they're weird, right? The RCMP, which I think stands for something police. RCM, anyone know what that stands for? I'm just going to say police are reminding Nova Scotians to lock their doors after investigating a report of suspicious activity in Upper Tantalon. Tantalon. Oh, that's a lovely name for a city. Suspicious activity. This suspicious activity involved a conspicuously clean home. The police say before 3 p.m. officers responded to a complaint that there were 2 suspicious women in someone's home. The Mounties were called. Wow, they're still riding horses up there? Is that what you guys are doing? Yeah, we'll be right there on the scene. Yep, no, we're coming. We'll see you in, what time is it? 3? We'll be there at 8:30. See if you can hold them up. Keep them in your home for a little while. So the Mounties were called by the homeowner who was not home at the time. The homeowners have been contacted by a neighbor after the 2 women were observed in the home with a vacuum cleaner and a mop. That's wild. Now I wouldn't call the cops on, I wouldn't call my neighbor and be like, yo, people are cleaning your house. I don't know, I wouldn't consider that suspicious activity if I saw cleaners at a house. You know, or like, it would be like calling the police on gardeners for being on the property. Like if someone, like if I knew my neighbor worked during the day, whatever, and then during the day a bunch of gardeners showed up and mowed the lawn, trimmed the trees and bushes, I wouldn't call the police. Like I wouldn't call my neighbor and be like, oh my God, you got some burglars on your property. Are they stealing anything? No, they're trimming your bushes. Like, I would just assume that those people were hired by the homeowner to come and clean or do the lawn. So this neighbor is really, I don't know. It wouldn't have gone down like this if I was the neighbor. I would have just assumed that they hired some cleaners. But whatever. Maybe this neighbor knows all of their business, which is too much business. The neighbor's like, look, I know you and Jezebel, you always do the mopping and the vacuuming on Sunday mornings, and it's Tuesday afternoon, and there's people doing the vacuuming and mopping in your home right now. Did you hire them, or what's going on? Like, this is weird that this even happened. I mean, what I'm saying is it's weird that the neighbor called them about this incident, you know, in addition to all the other weird shit involved in what's going on. 2 people, you know, showing up to the wrong house to clean it. Police later determined that the house was left unlocked in order for the neighbor to walk the dogs. Okay. Oh, alright. So the neighbor probably shows up to walk the dogs and is like, hey, what are you 2 doing here? Cleaning? I didn't know you were... And they're like, oh yes, we're cleaning the Johnson family. And then the neighbor's like, this is not the Johnson family, this is the Jones family. Ooh, our bad. It should have just ended right there. Ooh, our bad, let's get our mop and vacuum and leave. I mean, why do you need to call the police at that point? Like, it's obviously a mix-up. And because the door was left open for the neighbor to walk the dogs, now is my whole theory of Canadians all leaving their doors unlocked, is that out the window now? Is that not happening? Is that just a thing that used to happen in the early 2000s when I saw the Michael Moore documentary, but no longer because Canada now is getting as dangerous as the US? Is that what's happening? Can't leave your door unlocked in the US, I'll tell you right now. You'll get stabbed. Someone will just walk into your living room and stab you while you watch Kimmel. Jonesy, why aren't you gonna have kids? Wow, this neighborhood is so loud. Can you hear the saw next door? Can you hear the fire alarm going off? And the helicopter going off overhead. Unbelievable. Why do I live here? Although the house was cleaned for free, the police would like to take this opportunity to remind the homeowners to ensure that their doors are locked at all times. The Mounties wrote this in a press release, and they added that they commended the neighbors for being observant and contacting the homeowner. The family's like, damn it! We could have got a free cleaning! Oh, man. I would love it if someone showed up to my house to clean by mistake. Someone else is paying for this cleaning? By all means. Also, feel free to just deliver food to the wrong address. Yeah, just drop that shit off right here. So, listen, if you're in Canada, do you leave your door unlocked? Please call me at Weird AF News. I want to know what the deal is. I'm talking to you, Ben. My buddy Ben. I got some listeners and fans up in Canada, so please call. I want to know what's going on. Do you leave your doors unlocked when you leave? And where specifically do you live that you can leave your doors unlocked? I mean, if you live in the big city up there, you can't do it. But maybe if you live in like a rural community, maybe you can leave it unlocked. I want to know what's going on here. Call Weird AF News. Aren't you glad I'm covering stories from all over the world sometimes? Sometimes I do that.